KOFI Radio.
KOFI Radio PUDUO ekase so na yasugu na munyina mo hwe me e wo live on Facebook na na utimu se mani abre pa enti na migina ho a migina ho dendenden a na enye se mete ho na me kan kase no ama no na PUDUO a ye monitor as monitored on City FM, Adum FM and all the media houses and yaka bomu a ye de eba ese KOFI Radio PUDUO no ye besre na efiri sabrei ene don hwere ba ko eda wanim ne de obegbo modian wa stay tuned say utie mi wo tune na memo akwa baba KOFI Radio so ena say ohwe me live on Facebook so a ehon so memo akwa ba mi din ene nana sefa hwene bobo na efiri sabrei ya ekopem se no nwotwe ebegbo no ensem bia mo betie ebi ene se yenko City FM ne yenkofa headlines emfa emra
with
Zoe Abubeidu.
I'm coming up over the next 90 minutes.
We also hope that capital punishment, which everybody we are against, but when you are in the condition that I am in, you will call for capital punishment.
Family members of murdered police MTTD officer demand capital punishment for perpetrators of Wednesday's shooting that claimed 2 lives at Gomoa, Bujumburam in the central region. We have that story for you. Also coming up, it's 1 month since government's probe into the PDS scandal began. We'll be finding out exactly what is happening. Meanwhile, the chief, and it's not related though, chief of Bunkurugu in the northeast region is disagreeing with the regional House of Chiefs decision on who the paramount chief of that community is. And later on Eyewitness News,
this year, over 11,000 students have been given admissions already. Just 1,900 people have already secured accommodation. And then we have influx of people moving in and out of my office, moving into the Dean of Students' office sometimes just to inquire on how they can get accommodation. This has caused quite a huge pressure on we as student leaders to even talk of the management as well. So this is a crisis that needs immediate response.
The sad story of how over 9,000 freshers of Ghana's premier university remain stranded over lack of accommodation following the admission. Stay with 97.3 City FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
government assures no new taxes will be introduced in the 2020 budget scheduled for Parliament in November.
That's in some 50 minutes. Eyewitness News is live across the country on a number of affiliates and across the globe on citynewsroom.com. Your comments are welcome. The WhatsApp number is 0549 986 996.
The wait is over. Finally, the most awaited radio.
Way City FM headlines senia omokano no na entemoso yentumrika na yenko Adum FM ne yenkofa omonso headlines.
Enya na ya se dia mofo kura tuo de ha dwen no enkra ha ya kokoro bite ena ba beto dwase aposifo ani abre se oguso a wochechi nkrofo bia yesu se wo mo ena wo mo aka bomu a awuru kasam yakoso Ghana ha bebre no wo mo sha chire
na nanu ade tuotutu ye ku aposifo ena interior minister SIGP tentem ya wo mpetuo ene nkakade fama aposifo nyina kwa ho enimdefo bi omunim bamba ho sensem kire se minister wan kaniye
etuo bia kasa awa sikumodo bembra kwa mpatem ho na etuo no kasa ya na wasere ani na tutuo no saa na omanfo ho susuo aka obi amasame kasa ya wato na no nsedo kromofo no wo mo abonyenyen
ene na ya bete se koko boda na ose wo hwe kwan ya obefa so ama sikali ya di koko osiso a abokro no ababa ma obi wo hokra koko krachi oni afuo enso da bia wo koko ya wo kari wo se wo mo de foforo bi basere bi asa akro no bono wo betimi atu ase
na ene abeto dase BC resource no aba beto amonten na ene de wo ne beka se ya withhold no ete wotwe hunwi ye bedi hu komo
ana mo a wote ni na ne so manfo bi keka Romos ya Romeo se sikakra bia nkumankuma wo ye nkura Serura Banks no empani be kan pronso atum se de aka bi de atum na no e na wo mo pani a wonom da ko ni nyina no de atu ja se he obi ati on prepare na so enya no kure ya nto hwim
ene na obetsesa adum praise de atosu du ya de brewo bosumi atosonkron de da
Radio, the all-around radio station.
Any out ye Adom 106.3 FM headlines na entemso yensan enko peace 104.3 ni emfa ehonso headlines no emrane ento aso.
For the beto abonte no the Jones for say anamo ye demuka na what agent sensem na mu no GN Bank for akot Samai Bank of Ghana say won't say waje on license if you want.
Omampanya Bedieche His Excellency Alanji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia was a Ghana for Bambo Fono, woman Nema Omeya Sumjie, and the Bambo Hunsem Jana Nasunti, Yama Womachi, a ye na Omunina, and Yajimason.
Dear Ghana for share you may any say a buy Bama Bambo Waya day, ama Bambo for Nama what to me I will Jume.
Omampanya da His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kopie na Rigu, na Abepiam San Rigu Nursing and Midwifery Training Center. Addition for Opie almost say fire bonnet chaye, your fire bonnet chaye. Set 2016 to a betia war. If it's an allowance and yepe, posting any yepe.
Na Odiababe to just test transmission a Kumfi pineapple factory no ashasi.
Ghana Cocoa Board and Shishabi Bar, ya the electronic scaling and a bayajumenti, a quaya and nipabinity su licensing buying companies na ebuakia fono, yabeshe near to us.
Ora Collins Dauda, I am Rashid Janimo man forward to Tiffy South. Was here that to a Ghana for who dry one pa. Had there was here much panya some K20. One man for Crania Bre, what passport, oh, the passport social service. I don't pursue too kind.
Now you drew was man so no I want poho this to the western region so ababe PM said galam safe one subi. Wama frimu ya a bramna one more two, one mokotomu.
Afutuo ana sofo abedi eche ohwensa se ne kwaye nsem so de ma mabunu se empampro ya ankasai e ya ade asika wo mpa na enukra nso bo ma wiemu sachaye no ekoyie ne papam ed ma wiasi na enti emabunu enfo ho enye mpampro ne duam.
Abrantie Kofi Boche anu owo Anglican Basic School ebepie mu se ocheche ni ebo no na nipa bi susu se ebro no mu no na wo free mu ne maame na wo mi Addison e de sede atudwa se wo pesa attention and justice eye adwuma.
Ensem no do so kakra bi ni apon ho amamwe eniti bomodi asa don hwe ba ko ne ache wo ne ye betena.
KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station.
Way a peace 104.3 FM headlines ena yede atumanim no na ene dey ensem a egusu tu amanfo ano se twingo no mo we ne dabe aposifo mienu a ene ne nansa enkrofo bi atu egu omosom a omoto anananom e wonse do owura awa Muhammad a wono oya lance corporal a ne yire no mienu asan wo nkwada epeso akwada no kra ni osakra no afe ene afa ena chese wadi ene ye papa Michael Jamesi a ono nso we sergeant ono nso ne ma enum a ne yire etiase na ensem ni nyina ekopie se kaswa budumbura ena chese enkrofo yi eya posifo mienu omo ye MTTD fo no mudi omdwuma e okwan so a omo ye inspection na inspection ni mu na omo hu se salonka eni number plate ebetwam ema omo pegya omo nsa se pack well enkrofo na ampake well na omo ampake well na owura awa awo no woye lance corporal ono ena san driver of our pickup Navara yi ema sergeant Mohammed yes sergeant Michael Jamesi etna front achese omo chesi kai omo koya budumbura ena omo koto omo so na omo to omo so ena wawani tua se awa driver ntino owura Jamesi etwe ne kon wura ka ni mu koya se he na mo twam na se posi ni man nsa so se gina unyina yehu ya na ten watu ni tuo Emma owura Jamesi edimrikasi ki cover ko wura obi ekiosumu ekosiki cover oho na no ena mra awa ehun se abanasa no ono so etubirika ntentemu akoka nim se na opani posi ni bisa asem watu ni to ho like joke no so ten na furumu kura ma video ene eba beto monten so ema yehun se owura awa nkrofo bi ema no so atena moto so omde ni tumrika gidigidi akopɛ no ahwɛ no na mra omde na ekɔ no ensem no san be pie mu se akwa what tuo ekum posifo e oshutu omo no kire se etuo baako na oto omo na ante omo ma opani Michael Jamesi a o sergeant a wakote kiosk mu no otia no so e wo hokora ekobo na nimienu nyina tuo esan bo no ma so tuo se David a wakum Goliath na sansemi ebeto odwa no kire se Ghana for enwa na ne yetwe ne sere ne abasa won a ebe ekase ne ekoso no enye omo a esu se Ghana aye insecure kire se nsemu bebre na nkrofo abia na enedai ena Lance Corporal Awa Muhammad sani amosurami esom no ekire no se obi eto a omsusu se eye ne nkrabia no na enu nti e se sada na omukọ no mugina so esie no so omantimu mpo a ene eda eto aso omunsie no enedai ena Corporal Awa Muhammad posifo ede no ekopie mu ewokumase a amukọpẹ ne krabre na mre amupẹ ne krabre no Ghana mampani abede eche His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmudu Baumia ekopie mu ewodwumadie na se a ensemu a owesa ede tu dwa no yenkotie bi senia City FM 4 efa no efa
about the killing of his son.
It's a day
KOFI Radio
that I'm coming here on behalf of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the government and people of Ghana to bring you our heartfelt condolences. Something very, very terrible happened on Wednesday, the 28th of August, where we had the cowardly and dastardly murder of 2 unarmed police officers doing traffic duty. Sergeant Michael Jamesi and Lance Corporal Awal Muhammad. They were murdered in cold blood by these criminals. Ghana has lost 2 very, very gallant officers who have put their life on the line in the service of Mother Ghana. They have paid the ultimate price and made the ultimate sacrifice. Many of us sleep every day and we don't recognize work that the police do every day to keep us safe. They protect us whilst we sleep, and it is our duty to do everything in our power to protect the police and to enable them to protect us. And it is in this context that I have every confidence that the IGP and the men and women of the police force here, the senior command is here, that is available. We have Dr. Dan Parry here, COP, we have COP also here, and others. I have every confidence in the IGP and his men and women to be able to arrest the perpetrators of this heinous crime. We believe, we know that on that day, on Wednesday, within a few hours of the murder, 3 of the perpetrators were arrested within a few hours, and 1 is still on the run. But inshallah, that person can run, but he cannot hide. Inshallah, he will also be captured. IGP announced yesterday, and I will make the same announcement today, the era when we send police for outside duties, whether for traffic or other duties, unarmed, I think is over. Henceforth, all police who go for outside duties will carry ammunition, will carry weapons, and will also have bulletproof vests and helmets. It is just by coincidence that just this week we delivered 4,500 bulletproof vests to the police head, and more will be coming. More logistics are coming. Since 2017, government has provided 567 vehicles to the police to help in their activities and to improve the efficiency of
KOFI
their
Radio,
response.
the all-around radio
Getting
station.
more ammunition, more weapons. We've acquired 3 helicopters and so on, and a hangar. So we are trying to do a lot to improve the capacity of the police to respond. And I'd also like to advise police officers that the bulletproof vests, I hear some of you say they are uncomfortable to wear. They may be, but they will protect your lives. Please wear the police vest when you are given police vest, the bulletproof vest to wear.
KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station.
And now see Ghana Mampany Abedi see Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and out in Kano. Apposi 40 beat say a year vest and I more machino. I say almost feel uncomfortable. Now so minia Uwo a ferry and you would dear and Cafena Muwu. So bewu and I say Ube feel uncomfortable the Encafa uncomfortable Nessa. Na Emra a year His Excellency Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Baumia Ekasawi epe and Abrantie oye awa Muhammad when you baby corn ninua baako se ade a ekoso no ade bia ne yam hye no pa na ono de nka obesusu se ade a na tomri bia enema bi wo hɔ a ya na ani enyan enti no ne ayefre ne capital punishment no eno na nka nkrofo a omtwe tuo eku ninua yi ebetimi a enka omfa ma no na obi ebeka se capital punishment de yemfa ma obi a sa eno kire se senka mu hye ne mpabo o hye mu na mu oni susu mu a enka mbe se capital punishment no ehu ebehia se ye de be ma sankrofo yi a sansem yi City FM so ene ye fa no
KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station.
About the killing of his son.
Because they will save.
Shootout, not even a shootout, a shooting incident around Gomoa, Bujumbura in the central region on Wednesday, which claimed the lives of 2 police officers. Now, they were at an intersection or a checkpoint, rather, when the incident occurred. Let me return to the phone line, and hopefully this time I would.
That person have not gone through the. We are only hoping and praying that those perpetrators will be brought to book. And we are also asking the law implementation agencies, including the court, that sometimes we feel that when we have the pain, the punishment meted to people committing such kind of crime is not proportionate to the cause of problems they are causing by that action, like the way they brought my brother down.
KOFI Radio.
So we think that we have to revisit the punishment, and we also hope that capital punishment, which everybody we are against, but when you are in the condition that I am in, you will call for capital punishment for people who commit such kind of a crime. Perhaps that person's education is not up to our. That person have not gone through the training that Awal have gone through. That person has not served society like the way Awal has done. But he has that audacity in one afternoon to bring this man down. Leave the kids around there, leave the wife there, put burden on us. And somebody will go to court and you will have a lawyer there, even bold enough to ask of even bail on this circumstance. Even when this man is put behind bars, nobody will ask that. Let's assume I'm not pronouncing judgment, but in case it is proven, he will be there eating public funds after putting down a public officer.
KOFI Radio, the true radio for the Ghanaian and the Ghanaian abroad.
And now see a abrantie awa and the baby called Ninua and or de or yaw ekazasa na entem so ubekaya emra yeko if you on yeko live no oba no baako aya wow eyere no mu baako Ninua epani ekyerese omani na sankrofo yi agbo no na ne papa a ono ene wo awa nkasa ene wayie na ase no na ya arehosem pa yenkotie nanum asem no ebise ne ode to Joy FM 4 anansha FM 4 anim ewokumase.
Yamenche ore said the wadika can send a bushne kra moji asem ati se fi say we ni pamu na okwa adwuma preko pe si asem asi say na moji amanebo ati say
said it say na me driver ni amekaka na say maja ya adwuma metifie makwa ya sorry be 3:30 na me ba na bedroom me mfichire ameba na te matintete mu me ba ya ne sister penny na wo fie ne wo fa ase no so adan ya yesi abo awolitu sabi na I am said I should be a cherry na mintumi nye asem ni didi enti minim se nya me betumi aye na mjitu mu ne adi ayro ho edi abubu ye frɛ ekwa awa ne sister wo hanom senki jaa no kura obeka so obenante akwa akra dom ne so no mu ani maya achiri awire chichire ani nya abotre se nyame na eye nyame aye na awal de bawa na sam kura me ka mintumi nka awie
Coffee Radio.
Woto sonson wo mo ye nwotwe woto sonson wo no nko anso ne be ma owo mu enso wo no wantitie mu nyankopon domme ama awal me kura no amewo no na se mo ye mwanwa wa ya kwala bia wo sori awupu atie
Coffee Radio.
ni niye me kura me wo awal me fere awal abrak awal kodi sa adwuma yi bibia gbefia wo ha penimfo aye no wo mo ha wo hia wo bia no wo kan awal ho asem a ya wo kura wo bepe na asem na empofri mu ye wo ha na no asem si ya no papa amekura mi hu ni se de me ho ya me na se de ma no na me a kire ni tumi awal yankopon fa ne kransi ye mai ko fa ne kransi ye mai me ni bibi aka de nya me asi
Coffee Radio, the all-around radio station for breaking news.
Any outie awa Muhammad Lance Corporal nkrofo bi etu ni tu e wo kaso a enen nansa no ne papa and outie say otu nanum tu efa awa Muhammad hono na yentoa ensem no so yeto ensem no so a emra awa ene Sergeant Michael Jamesi nkrofo bi tu omutuo no eye opani a wono ene interior minister e wo Ghana ha ni din ene opani Ambrose Dere o share say IGP acting IGP oru opon bu anum omma eye aposifo a ekoka akwan so nyina omomode ase akode obemom bia ahye omo ho enu achi nso no omomode ase bulletproof obemom bia ahye se be a ene eche kura enu nso ye bulletproof no wi a wasamom camera kura ahye omo body ho se be a bibia be koso bia no betimi amonitor enu achi nso no se bibi eko chew sa omatimi atusu sa entem ansa na obi beku omkura wa kuom tese ne aya abrofo no ye no o kire wa kire se fansa gusti ano so afa ye boko ne pie se ne abe a pinche ene yashutu obi no emma biem nanso no opani a ye security expert a ne din ene owura Paul Boatin e kire se sa o hye eduru mre bi a onde nka obesusu se aya me emfa ehyew ene oyaw entu anamo bi a daachi ye be regret anhwa ne yakoma posifo yi etuo yi na afedie ogina akora no anyina obesutu aku ogina akora na usho indicator onsa ode ko pia indicator na trafficator na konchen kora no osusu se eyetuo na awotwe anhwa no watutu aku nti no ono de enka eka no nko a ebetumi a saa eyetuo a ye pese ye de ma posifo ebre omkokwan so ene ehon nkro ne ba no ma yemfa emo mo sansemi Adom 106.3 FM so ene etie na saying Enokano FI.
I think that Michael has served this country well, and as you know, he's known in the history of the police service forever. He did his work very well.
Coffee Radio. Coffee Radio, the all-around radio station.
Your best friend na mo de a chance eni mu na ho na eni a ebo no eye owura Ambrose Dere a ono ene interior minister na yenko tie seniors eye security expert Ura Paul Boatin Eka Ninsam no FI no.
Exercise. For Boatin say, Papa one can ye crack. Esa says you two the man titi the foyer. Oh, and your best Jack Norris. And as I was saying, any event TV, so but your queen, what Jina now we say, who breaking in Kakonim Kakatiko queen, what two I win him. And Tiamwa, Ebema, Wama Togana for Sure.
I was so clear of Africa. It is when said before and responded to a back on some. A bank saying you see nation at the yes, I'm a baby Asiana. I'm Fana, the Banan, it's you know, now see, the Busan same degree answer. It is a many penny in Anna, you know, to TFN and between 100 weapons or public places. Because we be a couple and to be a community here. As you soon as well, a baby how I'm a minor saying yes, you know. Say, Okoman to you now. Police phone the both or how or show a before should be about. It will be no crown and shroud, not quite the same colors and yes, you know. So, who could you be crown and any Palibia and for so credit banners were quite young many children and then yes, so betting here to children, a banner and fashion again, Emma. Until you make and say, I'm going to brush it. It's your name, the man, panel of their pop on Tia. One more on the Tia. So, I bet me a drama would handle you about Tia. Let it be born this year and follow you be Emma. A banner say that blow minor after the 10 year.
It's when Yura, Pabuatan no, and Vice Chairman Dema Parliament. Defense and Interior Committee, no, hey, Honorable Collins, so Manqua, and what you say, the Ambrose Dereka, and Bonibia, Nuti, Mobia, Quadina, Nusi, Bonisa, or Kama, Posito, so Muko for a self defense. But you know, I'm money, home reasons, and the police force won't share their own service instruction, no, LIM 2012, no, or no. Everyone should be a policy, no be teach you in the policy for Kojina Kwan so directed traffic, regulatory traffic, no, they are unarmed. Sebi Akondia need to draw near the Adena and Fang Mawansa. Until the current minister responsible for interior, say, directly IGP. So one share NASA police for near army until the bear almost self defense, the Gina brand. Until the
KOFI Radio.
On Tiasi, I think it's a fair call. I was saying, boy and some. Near her see the Bayer Juma, near
KOFI Radio.
Police for providing with the needed logistics. Now,
KOFI Radio.
Vice Chairman. Now, no element of Nashaba Gani, one also Edia Tudra, what you say, and they were best pa. As a moment to Memo Moon Concoyako Crocosam, and Yamin Face and Biasia, but to talk on Kwangon, more beyond abuses Adian. Line is your best stress, more police will be a misuse opportunity, no, or say be and put your mining at risk. Basa dia na Bevma and a papa minister to no and so back of no aba psychoanalyst testing so you bet me amoma go through na brano refreshers course your mom sua dear because there never be a bonia baba bedruno so we police ni na when develop your mind na obekachiri. It is our training no both in service training outside the new SSH church I was say no as a committee mandate the loss of this land to examine all issues relating to defense and national security.
KOFI Radio.
I'm a police ejumano ejina.
KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station for breaking news.
Any out ye Adom FM any kofa sa security expert no na yegina sa nsensem etututo a ekoso e Ghana ha na kamia se central region minim se otamfo bonsam bi ene de tuntum bi anase ntuma tuntum ahata central region so a ene de ye da ya yenka bi nsemu ye sore ya ye amanfo pon a ewo Gomoa empotemo chese posini bi make up posinia na nye posinia yekun na asem na meka yo na utiremu a enkrofobia omo yesusu se omo ye omo sisa se nnua edigu car mu etu kwan yi bi na chese omako akose nnua afi forester omde be fie na kwan so na sojafo ebeto wo mu a omo yese omunyina no so no etuo kasa ya akasa mate ni ba ko a wo car yi mu ama meka sei wato anananom ewonse do na yenkotie amanebo no sene Adom FM4 efa no yewie a yasan akopis na yakofa ehode enso yenikan entie Adom FM de no
cars na ekolodu ndia no bi
KOFI Radio
na wochede ko na ya wo fia na ya sori ni efefe ta cars na ekolodu ndia ni distort speed ba kwa bekem ne peso bekem yensa ya hwe na soja car so eta car ne pa anya agro ndi car ne bekem wi no edni be don really edu no ene bi di me ka ba se car na soja 40,000 no o mabo ba ku tiwo na o ta car ko mo ene di me ka yakọ na esu amparampa ene ya tamre ne ko brema esikuma eduro na oyenya media
o mo ko fa ndua no ene so de funu o mo ba ho no o muska o mo ne mi pado do obi aje 5 minutes wo tio ma o mo nya ene o mo a kire se won tu ka ne mbra no mo mu du amafopon a o mo boys na o mo ho no ma cross barrier na o ma he na o mo fam nko ene o mo ka sa kire driver no nti o mo enim ene driver ne ye de esu ka no a oko afi o mo du ka tu ya ko na so de ni ba ko o ma tusun pe se aka yenu ba ko office ndua no so o ba beto fam no boys na o mo ti so o mo support so ko o mo ti no o mo ma tusun anka o ba beto abo o mo so ene o mo so je ni na o to fam anka wo se o mo gina mpo na o mo tamino to pick up no ma ye ene o mo fa ho etiesi ya se mo to ka ba ko so wo mo tie driver no wo mo dini to fam teti ano to say wo mo threaten say ene o mo teti so de ni mienu dina we mienu so dina na nka fo no hwa na o mo hwe no o ma papa ni me prepare no rough they say no police ni bia me o ye report ma police fo na di na obi an ho a o ye dey o tun bia wa o betu mo ase go nipa na o sabi o ye dey o de ho no
KOFI Radio
Hey, asem ya din. Na obi a wono so asem isiye, ono so hunu bi a kire se abra ye wie wem sa no. Na no da na se foforo sarafo no foforo so asan aba. Ono ba do muti kuro ni mu. Ene agya nyasam ketu afedie hu bu abo manfo. We ne wani bebo so no afa na ade no de ahye no botom ku no akohye dem. Maburu no so ne obi a de no akura tra dan yo mse hwe. Mema ma beti agukuro mi ene nyina ho. Ama same kase kuro no de mu aye no. Akwa na amanfo.
Ye ba ni say na ye na ye wo fie nti ye di ye nkoma na eti say ka bi di speed pa na etusu ene rush ba kwan nti do na ti say kana kasa na etwem ko nti ne gyina ha de bobo santi dai say 10 minutes time no bi ba de kan so maku ni pe bi wo yesieye wa chin kwan so he ya ekun ni pa ne ba ko aso ko no a police soldiers ne de omo chin si indua ka ya ko chin wo baby fufu kan si omo hwehwe driver no nti ye o han me yon say soldiers ka fufu asan ya ba ama basikata ko mu hanu mo panti won ya wache won tu or 3 ya bon ko fo pa serious won mo ko forest ho no mo bi won mo kan yan mo su ya ndia na ko funu fi hanu mo sei etuo na kan no fi yesi o fi doben ke man kasa mpo de yesizi mi phone ne ye hwehwe obi wo krom hanu mo sei say ye hwehwe nipa ne ho de ye pe ne yere na wo hu ne yere no na red no madin kan ache boy ba ko abo ne panti boy ne ode ne ko fi na nipa ne ni ho no yibisa na yere no na ne yere no so yesi oni ho nti wo mo rush say o mo ko ne yere ne store ho no ko ina che say oni ho no
KOFI Radio
sign dwane ye sign chinsi no ne ye beche no nti me kra na me ka say ye sizi mi phone mi nya akwa me ye je mi phone no e receive share say bia me ni obi ye to man bi nti sa na asem ne kosi
KOFI Radio
we so eyo baba ko ade ko so kakra fan ho mframa mpo ne fan ho a ye ji ne mobile phone a chese hwe so no na abusua wade hye afiri mu na wo kire sa asem abom pusa abom ntepia pa na wo mo stressa we dia posifo mre me wo mse sojafo na atutuo no de na nso posifo ye mo hwehwe mu a eyeye
ogwaledu Lodumbazi ni benede wo fifi na so me ko ya o mla ogwa na wase da masoja ni ta osma wo yina wo dwane na otu na etu na ofika na suru be bo ho de me ne ye wu ya wo ga ba mi asa ya na wase police fu so won ko show mo kwa ni wase soja ni se wen shoot ni so no na obo na so etu mu ba yina wo no so this is a yesha ni wo ko ba ya beti
so you do be ina ye ti yo nwa no omo ko load awon ti o do be zungu shell no na ye ti say omo frɛ say yenu e ba ko our friend was Oma Buntum or Mekuno. The first year to say, and then I say, and I had no cocoa. My Donato, and we are being come out in a bomb post for the soldiers, Omoko, that soldiers, Omoko for Tassi for Sababa football. The more I work with the Pana, yes, organ, was out for soldiers who are broom, Dragon, Baku, Kuran, or not so that patra. My dear, and the bus. We will, and we will buy double back on we make piano, make paper on super, my Yago, on to the Mugan super, my Abaya, and the other much to your honor, much on the age.
Coffee Radio, the true radio for the Ghanaian and the Ghanaian abroad.
Any I could see ye and come I could ye fa military ni our SH0T mate ni bakon ewo Gomoa amanfo pon. I know so Gomoa potem ha. Na wasansem kro ye mu no ye tie Peace FM a ho no maame bakon a ohunu ye ono ensem a ode etu dwa no asem bia ya asefem sem pa edi se na wo se ye tie yengo tie ne nkomo no.
Me and Centroni
Coffee Radio
during the weekend. Send a bear make me up and down. Now me basa me before mo ya snack my ebeko. E ho na scatter see. Obi e gane internet time me mansu si na ye gane. Adan a ye shoot obi. Say omuko forest ko twenua. Nti omuko twenua na omo ba no. E na soldier for no ejina won.
Coffee Radio.
Hello?
50.
Mame.
Me wa meet your account no.
You say I shall not say Omutuchendia. And the forestry for no alcohol affiliated with soldiers, no. Then a bear almost you want to me fit you, the soldiers never fit you the alcohol. Na near Coba and say Omuko for no mono, and Omuko who say Crawford or Omo Chom really, and a soldier for says Adia, Monfesi KB Emra, and a forestry for and say one penny. Mama Jessica, and your soldier for an 3 hour remove, Echo 80 million, a woman, into Omco 800 Ghana, not just a car 20 million. 800, is it 200 Ghana? No, 20 million. Now, more the back on that is 100 million.
Gifty Radio. Sikana Moji, no, saying
100 million. Almost almost 100 million.
100 million. Sikana
thousand. 10
million.
10 million. 10 million. 100.
Just 10,000 Ghana cedis.
10,000 Ghana.
Oh, okay.
10 million. 10.
Okay.
You know, Sana, the account was almost already 10 million. 10. Into the almost 10 million. 8. That is 80 million. And I can't say, my account 10 million. You know, that is 20. That is the account that I had. And you know, almost the moment I'm can't yes, I'm 100 Nina, and my young Connie and Cotton Liano, Nayan Fa, Niakano, and Mamu, and almost your coffee. Say a forestry for no air who say, Yajimusi Kentino, you better pretend as he say we are against you. Into your bedroom when you into they started shooting. There were 3 soldier men. They started giving warning shots. Now almost fair boys and they say almost trumika now almost conquer forestry for no into almost look hey into almost hey no and forestry for no 2 on car at the far or that side into almost bano and so Jenny Baku radio into car na a 5 cars including soldier for the no into near Tosumi and Sano yes down and say speed in a forest into yes down in a honor now we see from no car near say kobono. If you are not super forestry for no who say on Kahon, not only Bonnie be he started shooting through the cars. If you can't tie to do Chrome had a nanny in Ajojo. And driver no dodgy, or more Gunianos and the assistant to Nipanu Gunianos, no more dodgy, and it's no stray bullets, living a cop ball. A driver no, let me make. And I know you free car also home a form. Naturally say, we're free. On the way Ukra. Into me, no na Canadian or more hospital, but boy na bullets ne can or ne right side in India.
I just said, one more nipa me and son.
Me and son, it's only Casa so, but
Omodo one Casa saying, one more could train Yana, or Muni Soja for Nunyansa, say transaction do say engagement to say agreement we no mo dodo ye say
omo kotwa nia no de omo ye nimpa miensa but omo kwosua nia no say omo twa nia ni wie na nkrofo kokosua aha nti nkrofo efi odoben Breman Odobin, any amount of radio, no, and no more cocosua no boys no. Into driver, limit I have from say a train room, into Muma Mefa, any all my from so your train the anti Mumasia my almost sooner as them way see.
Coffee radio.
Do I mean, son?
Aha,
and about what film na come in.
Aha,
me no or more here or more double to say.
Bakum say. Ena ba akudie o ti niti na suhu na moja enti ni omo ye ne so omo de ombeko hospital but omo ade no asam no to omo no omo de omo fa nipa no Africa no so bo fom omo shoot no Africa no so bo fom a driver no so dwane enti no we hu banane ne ties no ye de bullet wo mu enti na alone ti omo che omo enti e ba ne sa no na kuro no mu no ne akoba ne se wo ya branch o we are Kodao, we are radio, now we are Beman Quadia, your betchoni apo, near the Wako Barracks. Into your boom ye, and my brother could be an iron on the radio. Bra or Bakunso or Kanimoto, so no, or the Okadan, so no, ya Bunama, as I am Hushi, and now in Kola, 11 years, ye row fear, so papa were him, ye one near Toba. Into 11 years, 4 years, Akola, near Tium. Na
na ekwotre koduru kroma fo so saa
ya taa boys ne so e de ba kro num ta ma omo ma warning shot ku ka ni mu no ka ni du nia ni gumu na mate ni wu wo ho no omo du kro mu ho no na omo ties ajoju nti ke se na omo kwa enye yi nti ye che driver no nti driver ne de mi nim se ye jai na na se ye jai no but mema mienu obi otini co-store no eton ne nam no ye che because no cra phone nti they felt to say ebia wa trap pictures and a police ni nso a okura ni phone nso no nso ye different ni dem ebo
Coffee radio
police ni no gift police ni no so omo no
na kro ne de aha
I see it say abambo hu nsem tesen e wo amanfo pon wo
amanfo police for no I say omo be nwen kro no because yet say soldiers ni so omo sen about 6 o'clock by then no ye memu ani ko tuto room nti omo I say omo about 6 o'clock that time no there na memu anaba nti awia ni de rawu dem a ye rawu fi ani e bu dem ni meme wa ha we but sisi ano omo ko ye na ma mema na ba kro mu back but omo so omo sen about 6 there unya ya minya se ojina ha
Coffee radio
mema ni mrantie 10 years graba ye bo no di obi ani ha
Gifty ye beda se papa
Coffee radio
I wish for Gifty abakwashi odonfo a de si wo amanfo pon wo breman esikuma odoben brakwa ye esikuma odoben brakwa mensim wo finfin mantemo en wo twamfo nyina kire
Coffee radio the all-around radio station for breaking news.
We breaking news aye di free eho eba na yentoa ensem no so yegusua e wo central region se na mekan no yenim adekopoten a otamfo bonsam no hama ko a wafa central region e no de nani akere enedai yesan esore ya kokuro bite yese gambato etututo langas ene chese omo other group ena enya samketo we to ase Chuck Norris ni Rambo a odi agbo ani nya samketo we to na utie Joy FM amane bo a omo de ba e na e kire se enkrofo 9 a nipa 9 a omo believe se omo ye langas ena police wa team omo de omo nsa e kan omo akire omo sesi a e wo kokro bite enam etututu ana ekoso e wo ho no na ne narration ni kire mu a even langas no kra na omo wo ho no omo wo omo shrine a omo som e wo ho mu gidi se honhom bi e na eta omo achi eno achi nso no drone a drone ya di twa video yi bi omo wo bi wo TV si wa eno e na omo fly ko wie mu ana ne omo monitor nsase e wo ho tani omo hu se obi abehye ho ana se omo aye nwa akoso ne pachi yentie amanegbo no se ne Joy FM editu dwa na yenso ye fa bi no wo Joy
Coffee radio the all-around radio station. Coffee radio the all-around radio station
Armed guards who were involved in a gun battle at Kokrobite is a member of Accra. No casualties were recorded despite the broad daylight gunfire exchanges. Fred Smith is on our security desk. He joins me in the studio with more details. Fred, what did you learn about these gun exchanges in Kokrobite today?
Well, the police have paraded these people. They arrested 9 of them who were on one side of the gangs who were fighting, and they are pursuing the other side as well. What we know is that these guys had pump action guns, pistols, magazines, cutlasses, 13 of them I counted, empty cartridges, 239 cartridges the police counted. There was a drone and a TV monitor. They used this drone to monitor the entire area, and this is monitored live at their base. At this base, they've set up a shrine. There's a shrine. They believe in some occultism, so they believe that the shrine
supports the work that they do.
What they're doing. So they monitor what's going on around, and then if anybody crosses their line, then they move in and attack those people. They had video cameras, they had digital cameras, they had different phones, and they also had tramadol as well as marijuana.
KOFI Radio.
All in the place.
So the police found all of these at their
base. They have the police have been able to, seize all of these items, and they've arrested 9. They're not resting there. They are pursuing many more others. While this was going on, I was actually listening through the gutter because I had been embedded with another counter-terrorism unit which went to Ablekuma and Sakina, also pursuing some members of a gang who are in the practice of buying weapons and sending them to the north of Ghana. And so 2 of them, they were set up an AK-47 which they wanted to buy from a military officer. The AK-47 was presented to them in the house, and then they actually paid the money, 5,500 Ghana cedis. I was embedded in that team. The SWAT team swooped on them and immediately got them arrested. The entire house has been searched, and the two men are currently in custody at the Accra Region Police Headquarters.
So the police made 2 arrests. That's what this means.
Yes, yes. So they are keeping 2. They arrested 4, but they're keeping 2 for now. And as investigations continue, there's a suspicion that this person had already confessed on tape in recordings that the police have been able to intercept, that they were sending these AK-47 rifles to the north of Ghana. We don't know yet what they wanted to use them for, but they've already sent 59 of them, 59 AK-47s.
These are their own confessions.
Their own confessions to the north of Ghana, specifically Tatale, and the young man who is who's the middleman in this syndicate has been speaking to police this afternoon about what they're using these things for. We won't be able to talk about those things now because the police told us investigations are still underway.
Okay, and this was a broad daylight exchange of fire, as you put it. How sure are we that there were no casualties at all?
Well, we are referring to the Kokrobite incident. Yes, indeed, it was a broad daylight exchange, but nobody, according to the police. In fact, there were various units drawn from different, parts of the, different commands to undertake this exercise, and the report they've given to the leader of the team is that no casualties were recorded as a result.
KOFI Radio.
Fully armed and engaged the gang.
Fred Smith, the editor here, John, is also a member of this.
KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station.
Na chese we ensem a ekoso ewo kaswa ene nimpotem Kokrobite ena yekofa eho amanebo ebae no na ne krakra ansa na mebie phone lines no amama ba no ene yenya ne ntie se eye kokobod empanifo echem se omo hwe se nia nkrofo bi a yede omo sio se omo ntokoko ansa na wabe handi over ma kokobod no omo bu akoko akuafo na eya no omo hu ana omo yam hwehwe omo kra koko krate oni koko afuo onno ompam onko koko afuo mjese onya hwemfa koko ho nanso no biribia no okoko a okari ekwan yofa so enya ayede agi nyankopon ene mre ene bekere eye koko farmers ni bi esusu se aya na omkoko no koko krate fo no edikan dwoso scale na omde we koko no na omo wi a omo awe na omo kuafo na fi okwa omo agi omsika no no masan awe no correct one na nkasa na enkae no omo so aton wabra omo nye koko akuafo enu nti omo de omo su ene omo gya adwo ebetu koko board mpanifo animu a ene koko board mpanifo agi atum se efi na ekono omo de nhihye egu akwa mu a omo be ma omo tese scale foforo kra electronic a eno no eye manigi agani obi antimi ndwose hwe na sam temu a ensem no omo de baaye no anigye ena na hye omanfo ekoko farmers no animu ma Peace FM amane bo sen ena omo bo no efae
omo yem
na se chebia akoko bo ye ma Ghana Standards Authority efa bobo
Coffee Radio
na scale no koko nana ekrobiara oma koso society bia mo ko scale na koko
Coffee Radio
7.5 kilo Ghana koko bo nana yeni oba koko ina share BC se mo share no yesu afia mo adwen ni aka kire o ne se be ya ibesi anuti no Ghana koko bo ye ne de ka to kaso ye kra electronic scales
Coffee Radio.
Yeah, any ayeti ye Ghana Cocoa Board Chief Executive Officer Honorable Joseph Wahinedu and our dinsemi ene Boshe Emma Cocoa for the aban ebabeye said be cocoa ye carino ye be carine pepe na esisibia ememu.
Coffee Radio, the all-around radio station for breaking news.
Enti we amane bo a eye asemu eye nidi sem ema kokofo pa utimi se pampare fo mani beje because say obi a ensisi omubiem na ene ensemu a yedi etwa to ansa na mabie phone lines no ama wonso wadwan ni PUDUO no akere wadwan no omampani a chese no ono e na ye ga na mampani a na nado danko akufo ado ebo no dangbeshi ebo ni sulia eje akonwa ni firi ni nsem minim se na se no ye pupu ani ntine ne ofa ne nantem fa akonwa ni dwane yo eto aba e Ghana mamu ha ma uhu se maje no na no hyepa na nkrofo eto aba ema ye mampani na nado danko akufo ado asesi a o ye mampani nkrofo chese eye campaign o ye se odi alawa eba teachers training allowances eba nurses for the eba ntine gina so ema nurse for eto aba ema no ema ni bedi mampani e Ghana ha ma Ghana for bi nso no mo person mo ma enko free SHS omusu gina so eto aba ema no na enu achi Ghana mampani dada eye owura mahama woko na relugu achese oko na wa obontoa ento aboni mu ene eye nurse fo a omuku na relugu nurses and midwifery training omo dimrika ba ese jam aden na omi afi osa we dia yesre ubuoni ye kita yensem krowane achechede ye de ba abepa wachew ye de yekotodwa agufo mu achese pavement pefesu akwawe so mu abu nkotodwe sre se we di omo sre omo ana omo se alawa no mo pe nanso se si ade alawa no omo mpe biem omo pe permanent job postings enti eni a ene nsem a omo kan ye Peace FM amane boni na owo ho bia sei enoto ensem no emane ye
Sini epe si ebewie suku ebenya baabi di ato no enu ne hia yen eto mampanyi na wote adwa so His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo na bedi eche Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bosho mo hye nyina wo mantimi eni so eti hia unti placas ekuta wo mo de ensem aboboso no enye asamketoa na amanebo no sei ene koye.
Renatus, we are sorry, we need you back. 2020 Mahama, vote them come. 2020 Mahama, we don't want Alawa, we need posting. Allowance for all them allowance na emba o masa to your flower system anymore. Not to your page. We want Mahama back.
The hashina is too much. We need you back then. We don't need the allowance. The student need to be posted. It is also evident that this Akufo-Addo government is so corrupt.
We need you back because we need job. We need job in 2020. We need you back. We don't need the allowance anymore. We don't need the allowance.
We don't need the alawa anymore. Allowance now de mayeno. Yempebiem. Then another danko kufa de mayen yempe. Yempe udi bra my allowance yepeosa. We ene anesi fo binu me wo na regu nursing and midwifery training center. Send ya man boni free ho eba no no. Na no na mampanyi dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so you woman no say. Say 2020 nyame na dom no obefa Ghana ja. Health centers bebre ho obesi aka ho na boa empomdin ho dwumedie.
Very happy to see our young brothers and sisters who are training to be nurses. This is not the first time I'm meeting you. Anytime I pass by your school, even when I was president, you used to ambush me by the roadside and cry for Alawa. You know, the thing is,
KOFI Radio.
there are issues of principle, and we must always look for the welfare of our people. We took a decision that we're going to open the space in the nursing training colleges so that as many of our sisters and brothers who want to train as nurses could come in. And once we did that, then it meant that we needed to create more spaces or jobs in the health sector for them to be able to get jobs after they finish school. And so our priority as a government was to build more health facilities with the funds that were available to us, so that when you finish school, you can get a job to do.
KOFI Radio.
I'll work a little mathematics with you. In the budget of last year, the amount that was voted for nursing training allowance was 232 million Ghana cedis. Now let's work it. 232 million Ghana cedis divided by 12. Then divide that figure by a starting salary of a nurse trainee. It's about 1,200, 1,300 Ghana cedis. And that 232 million would employ every year 6,000, 50,000, 60,000.
KOFI Radio.
We any ayati ayo mampanyi dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station for breaking news.
Na ote calculation na former President John Dramani Mahama ya otimu se wa ye ne mas ye pa. Na time wasanse mu ebeto ojawie no na nkrofo bi esusu se na nurses ya ye ka se omukoye omakobu nkotodwe epa achewie nursing training e wo Ghana nyina obi ama kwanti no omu ye den ehino mufri a omu sha atade abebu nkotodwe eno no yasoma amanobofo a oye nhwehwemu a ye de sansem no ebe abetum anim ene fiada 30th August ye last PUDUO for the month me de ebremu and ha ena me de esimidin ene nana sefa hunibobo bojaye enakwa fiada no bacho jiwani nanso no aya na wa kaise we driver ni we shenkani a obi foforo nso enam kwan so a owo mba nketo a wo fie okohwe omunti no onum nsa na de pen ato ho medim besi a na makra mu pi Kofi Adoma Nwani Columbus Ohio unse ukruzi pa menso miye na meko eye adana menso mi ko cruzi wo ho a no comment yenhia wo ho yakra mu
KOFI Radio.